Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be dragged down. The Seminoles offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Stevenson. At the 45 on his way. Open runway ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have its first possession of the game. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Good pickup on that play to bring up second and 4.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to him.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Owen. They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Blocking. There we go.
Looking for a block. It's Cochran. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Finds the tight end. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Give to the running back.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
To the ground with the back. Ripping through the defense.
Get in there.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to bully their way in.
I don't know what that was, but
he'll lose a couple.
I would
Not a lot
not
of
move.
space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, no!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Owen. Quick strike complete. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
What?
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
Man, I had a beeline to him, and this shit was weird.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's right on target.
Great job by the
You won't be on Madden.
zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They've been really good moving the chains on 3rd down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. To the air. It's Owen. Working the middle. It's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Here's the handoff.
Come here.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass. And then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Yellow Jackets trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Oh, Richter. Should have left you at middle linebacker.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
Why won't they move? What the? Man, they need to fix that shit, man.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum.
Stupid shit.
Cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Gotta contain big fella.
Bro, we were good, man. Like, they was sitting there, they just stared at him and let him just keep running and keep running. Nobody even reacted to him.
Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Dropping back. It's Owen. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The back goes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Wants to pass it. He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown Seminoles. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick. And they do. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5.
God dang, man.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
We ain't going.
It starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Smoking, man.
That is going to hang in there. You can tell. Hang in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Owen. Pressure coming.
Hold it like hell, damn.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Thank you, ref.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Bombs away.
They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And they knocked through the extra point in there. To 7.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good, really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The give to the back.
Way to scrape.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
What are you doing, Wolf?
Timing on the quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set. Looking for a man. It's Owen. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Oh, he got scared.
On 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He leaves it with his back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger one. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing.
No.
They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's looking deep. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
Big fullback's got it. Touchdown, Seminole. And the punishment has been extended.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The offense set for a first down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the back. Oh, what a move. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Defensive press coverage.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
Thank
the end
you.
of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Crazy. They move me down. They move me down every damn week.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th.
It's all good, though.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Owen.
Get him, Miles. Yeah, freshie.
Close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
You gotta either drive on that or
And he's knocked down
just don't do
immediately,
nothing.
but not before he moves the chain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown.
Like,
That was
come
a
on.
massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brock. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Extending the play. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Gets it out quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Come on.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Come on, start this back.
Jackets will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensive.
He's off to the races. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass. It's Owen. It's complete to the right.
You better hit the weight room, homeboy. You got to knock him out.
To work his way up to the 35-yard line.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do.
Come on, man. I thought you was faster than that.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that. Really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. Interesting to see the philosophy
y'all
now.
ain't
Do we
blocking
keep
no
shoving the
motherfucking
ball and
body.
keep trying to score points because it's the defense's
Way to be
responsibility to stop
trash.
them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the
that's my
pass
fault.
is picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. First down here for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Owen. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but not
That's
before
piss
they
poor
do their
offense.
work up
I
top
don't
and
like
pick up
it.
a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
He's going to pass.
Mm.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense puts the
That's how you win
exclamation
right
point on the
now.
day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
He'll pull it down and run.
What the fuck happened?
Spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping.
Give me that
Ball
shit.
into the end zone, and it's intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Unloads to the
No!
right.
That's a terrible throw. Like, why is he throwing it like
The
that?
other way. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Terrible fucking throw. Dude is wide open.
Actually, you probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't
Your
matter.
ass
Keep fighting
down,
to the
man.
very end.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Then the short completion brings up second down. Back to pass, it's Owen. He looks that one in nicely. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready.